Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Hello, my loves, and welcome into my kitchen. My name is Gabrielle Reyes, aka One Great Vegan. And my loves, y'all are in my kitchen today at 1 p.m. CST, and we're gonna be making some summer berry crisp and coconut cream. And it's all vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, and fabulous as all get out, my loves. So before we get going and before we get glowing, we have to wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands before we get to baking. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands before we get to baking. All right, so my hands are clean because your hands are gonna get very involved in this recipe, y'all. We're gonna be making a crisp, zesty, seasoned and spiced, delicious crisp topping. We're gonna add in our fruit. And what's fabulous about this recipe, y'all, you cannot mess it up. You cannot mess it up. You cannot mess up this recipe, my loves. It's so easy. You can use as much fruit as you want, as much topping as you want, and I'm gonna show y'all how easy it is. So the first thing we have to do, set your ovens to 375 degrees, get it nice and hot while we assemble everything else, my loves. So first things first, check out these berries. Check out these berries, whoa. Check out these berries. We're gonna season up and spice some. We're gonna season and spice our cherries, and I'm gonna show y'all how easy it is to do that. First thing you're gonna need is orange, or honestly any kind of like citrus. You can use lime, you can use lemon, it don't matter. But today I'm gonna be using some orange. For me personally, y'all, I wanted to use blood orange, but I couldn't find any, so we're gonna be using regular orange today. So first things first, you're gonna wanna get your fruit in your bowl, and you're gonna zest off about 2 teaspoons of some orange zest, and this is gonna bring out a nice flavor in your fruit. So when you bake this baby down, it's gonna taste fabulous, y'all. It's gonna have a little bit of acidity, not only from this orange zest, but also from that orange juice we're gonna get from inside the orange. We're gonna cut this orange up and get out some of that orange juice, fresh orange juice as well. So there we go, everything in your bowl. I'm just gonna get a little bit more. I want these extra zesty and fabulous. There we go. All right, let's chop into our orange. And we're just gonna squeeze it out and get some of that juices up. Y'all, check out this orange. Check out this orange I got, y'all. Let's see, does it have any seeds in it? I do believe it has seeds, so I'm just keep my hand over it to make sure not too much of those seeds go in there. And as you can see, I'm just squeezing on over my orange juice, put it on top of this. And if some of those little pieces of the pulp get in there, that's okay, and that's all right. It's gonna taste fabulous with all of that delicious, that juice in there. All right, here. Ooh, so we got nice and messy already. I told y'all we're gonna be using our hands a lot today. So now that you have your orange juice and your zest in there, let's add in those seasoning and spices. Let's add in those seasoning and spices. And you can add in, honestly, whatever you want. I always tell people whenever you're making this recipe, add in cinnamon and vanilla. I love a little bit of nutmeg too. And if y'all can't tell, I'm not gonna be measuring much today. I am not a measurer kind of girl. I'm gonna kind of like dump and see what happens. Typically, whenever you're baking other kinds of vegan baked goodies. You want to measure everything. In fact, you want to weigh some items as well. But for this recipe, that's why I love it. You don't really got to measure too much. You can kind of, you don't have to be great at baking to make this recipe. Let's just say that. So the first thing I'm going to add in here to spice it up is about 1/2 tablespoon of some cinnamon. You can add in a little bit less if you want to. See, there we go. Oh, just gonna add a nice cinnamony spice in there, and then a splash of some nutmeg. I would say no more than 2 teaspoons of this nutmeg. Nutmeg's really gonna be, powerful and give it a nice, just earthiness. So I'm gonna add in about 1.5 teaspoons of my nutmeg, and then pure vanilla, pure vanilla, pure vanilla. Whoa! Pure vanilla, y'all. Now, I always like to also use like the vanilla stem too and scrape off that real, true, pure vanilla. But this works too. I just don't like using any like chemical vanillas. That's just not my vibe, y'all. So get yourself some pure vanilla extract. Adding in about 1/8 of a teaspoon in here. So just a splash, my loves. Just a little splash and a dash is all you need. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I didn't really get much in that one right there. Boom! Pinch of vanilla, pinch of vanilla, pinch of vanilla, pinch of vanilla. All right, so we got our pinch of vanilla in there. I put in my cinnamon and my nutmeg. We're going to use this for that topping as well. So leave those over there. Same thing with that vanilla extract. Move everything over to the side. We're going to use those as well. Ooh, we got our orange juice in here as well. Next, my loves, let's add in just a splash of salt. It's going to help everything just cook down. Just a little splash. I would say no more than like 1/2 teaspoon for sure. You don't want this salty. And then the other thing you're gonna need to help this get nice and moist and ooey gooey and almost like pie-like is some cornstarch. You're gonna need some cornstarch. Cornstarch, you're gonna need some cornstarch. You're gonna need some cornstarch for this recipe. So get yourself about 2 tablespoons of your cornstarch and you could just powder this on over. There we go. Like I said, y'all, I'm not big on the measuring. I'm pretty good at eyeing it, but if you're not good at eyeing out your measurements, I would for sure get yourself a little spoon situation, get yourself a little cup situation, so that way you're not making things wild and crazy. So I got my cornstarch in here, got my other ingredients, and now we gotta add in that little bit of sweetness, and y'all know I'm obsessed with using maple syrup, not only in my savory dishes, but also in all of my sweet dishes as well. You can use normal sugar if you want to. You can use brown sugar, turbinado sugar, coconut sugar too. Any kind of sugar you want. I'm gonna be trying to make this as sugar-free as possible, so I'm gonna be adding in some maple syrup. I'm gonna be adding in about 1/4 of a cup. There's already a nice little sweetness in these berries already, so you don't gotta worry about that sweetness too much, but you still want it to have that extra dessert-like sweetness, right? All right, I told y'all it's gonna have that sweetness that makes you feel like you're in a dream. So I wanna show y'all, next, all you're gonna have to do is just gently mix together all of those ingredients. Now, you don't wanna mash your berries together because you don't want them to get like, squunched up in there. I just made that word up, squunched. Squished and crunched. Squunched, y'all! Squunched, all right? You don't want your berries squunched, but you do want them coated, especially those raspberries. And also something else, my loves, what I did for my strawberries is I actually just chopped them up into like 3 pieces, took off the stems. That way they're gonna cook down and get all kinds of fabulous. So check it out, our berries are ready. We're gonna put this off to the side, and we're gonna fill these pans right here with that in just a few minutes. But before we do that, my loves, we gotta work on that spice crumb topping. Whoa! Spice crumb topping. That spice crumb topping. And the main thing you wanna do with this is get yourself some gluten-free flour. I'm getting myself a cup of my gluten-free flour. See, now I told y'all, sometimes I like to measure things. So for this one, I'm gonna measure out a cup of that gluten-free flour. Ooh, I got a little bit too much. There we go. Gluten-free flour, whoa, gluten-free oats, whoa. Now the key to a good crisp is having different dimensions of like textures on top. So what I'm gonna be doing is a mixture of my gluten-free flour, these rolled oats, and then also some walnuts or pecans. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be using walnuts today because that's what I got. So get yourself a cup of your rolled oats. And like I said, y'all, this also has a great amount of fiber in it. It's gonna be so good for you. You're gonna be like, oh, this is a dessert that actually makes me feel like I'm glowing inside. So there you go. Add in that cup of your rolled oats, just like that. And then like I said, I have some crushed walnuts in here as well. And you'll see how simple this is. All you gotta do is put it in your bowl. All you gotta do is put it in your bowl, my loves. So I'm adding in about 1/2 cup of my chopped up walnuts. So there we go with the main ingredients for everything. The other things we're gonna need is those seasoning and spices. Y'all know how it is. I'm adding in about 1/2 of a tablespoon of my cinnamon and then about 2 teaspoons of my nutmeg. You can add in less if you want to. Sometimes the nutmeg is just like a nice little afterthought, but with this recipe, I like all those dimensions, all of those seasonings up inside of here. So now that you have all of your dry ingredients together, you're gonna wanna whisk this together or just mix it together. We're gonna use our hands in a little bit with that butter, but first you can just mix this all together, get everything nice and incorporated. Ooh, y'all smell that? It smells so good. It smells so fabulous up in here already, y'all. And this isn't even baked yet. That's what's crazy. All right, so I have my crumb topping almost done. The next thing, we gotta add in some sweetness, of course, my loves. So add in about 1/4 cup of your maple syrup. You can add in more too. And like I said, if you wanna use brown sugar instead, it's gonna give it a nice crunchiness. The maple syrup is great because if you're not doing, obviously, sugar, you got yourself a maple syrup situation. So I just poured in my maple syrup. I'm just gonna start mixing everything together. And you're gonna begin to start seeing it kind of come together, everything. Then we're gonna add in that vegan butter and then create nice sandy pieces that we're gonna spread on over. So there we go. Boom! I might add in a little bit more of my flour in here, just because I know I'm making 2 separate ones. I know I'm gonna need a lot of this deliciousness. So let's build that crust. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. And also, y'all, a fun little tip about this, if you want to, you can make this same recipe in like muffin tins as well. So if you want little bite-sized summer berry crisps, there you go. All right, so everything is pretty much well mixed together. Next, I'm gonna add in that chilled butter. And the butter I'm using today, y'all, is this Melt Organic. And whenever you're making this recipe, you gotta make sure your butter's chilled. You gotta make sure your butter's chilled. You gotta make sure this butter's chilled so that way it gets nice and clumpy and you can spread it on over your situation, okay? So Melt, this is coconut based. So gluten-free, soy-free, nut-free, and of course, vegan. Of course, vegan. So since I don't have, this is not cubed in a situation, I'm just gonna pull out spoon-sized little clumps and just start putting this in here as the clumps, nice and cold. And this way, we're gonna be able to break this all apart. And I'm adding in about 1/2 cup of my butter. It's gonna be butterlicious, baby. Get off there, come on now. All right, come on, butter, come on, butter. All right, I think that might be enough, y'all know. Boom, there we go, enough butter we got. All right, so this is the fun part. We get to get our hands invested and involved in this, my loves. So I'm gonna bring it up here so y'all can see my butter in there, nice and thick butter. And just get your hands in there and start to break everything apart, literally. Put it all together like this, and you're gonna start to be able to feel these pieces all start to combine. And if you need a little bit more of that powder, grab more of your flour, grab more of your oats. You want this to be nice and sandy as well. So I think I'm gonna add in a few more of my oats, and that way, my loves, we'll be able to sprinkle it around. Perfect. Oh, and also let's add in these walnuts while we're here too. This is the fun part that kids can be like involved in. They'll be like smushing their hands and everything. Oh, my hand is messy, y'all. All right, let me pour in these oats, and then we should be ready to pour it on over. Some are berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like you in a dream. Some are berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like you in a dream. All right, awesome. Our dough is just about ready. We're gonna sprinkle this on over, and that butter is in there as well. Perfect, my loves. All right, my hands are nice and sticky, and they're messy. Messy hands, my love. Ooh, but it smells so good. All right, let me clean my hands off, and then let's assemble our summer berry crisp, my loves. All right, get my hands nice and dry. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, let's assemble, my loves. So I want to show you, I have 2 pans here because I don't want to make a big one, but I wanted one that I can munch on and the other one I can take like photos of. So what I have here is I have a baking sheet underneath it because these are going to get bubbly and boily and delicious in your oven. So make sure you have a baking sheet. And then the next thing you're going to want to do, get yourself some vegan butter, and you're just going to spread this butter all around your pan. And this is kind of the fun part. Sometimes I'll do this with like a reusable paper towel, but also you can just do this with your hands if you want to get nice and messy. So y'all can see I'm kind of like painting the inside of my baking pan right here, and this is going to keep everything nice and moist and fabulous. This is like a thing I learned when I was a little kid, and my mom was teaching me like how to make pies and how to make desserts. And if y'all don't know, I'm not a big baker, but I know that this gets things nice and easy to come out of that pan. So there we go, add in that butter. I'm gonna add in some more butter in my small pan right here. Boom, and butter never hurt nobody, vegan butter. Yes, I love the fact that there's so many different kinds of vegan butter brands. So you can find whatever flavor fits your palate. I know a lot of people like Earth Balance, Miyoko's. I personally, I really like Melt brand. And also I saw that Country Crock. I think Country Crock also came out with a plant-based avocado oil. So y'all be sure to check all of that out. Check it out. We got our butter in our pan. All right, my hands are getting messy. I told y'all, wash your hands before you get to cooking. All right. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, my loves. One last time, gotta wash my hands before we assemble our situation. All right, so like I said, our oven is at 375 degrees. Yes, she is nice and hot. And she's gonna cook on up. So the first thing I wanna do, get yourself your pan. There we go. I like using these glass pans because we're gonna be able to see everything. Get your fruit and just start pouring your fruit on in there. You don't want to get too much of that extra liquid in there just because these fruits are already going to let go a ton of liquid already. So there we go. Everything is going in. All seasons. These summer berries are going to be so fabulous. The problem with this, I found sometimes all the blueberries go towards the bottom. So I want to make sure that I'm spreading everything out and everyone gets a bite of all those different kinds of berries. All right, so I filled it up pretty well. I'm gonna add in just a little bit more. Boom, I have filled it up with my berries in that juice. I'm gonna fill up this other tiny one as well. This one's probably gonna be like my eating one when I get to snack on during our cooking class, my loves. And now I'm gonna fill this with these berries right here. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, let me get these fruits in here. I may have to use a different technique to get all these last ones at the bottom. Let me dump out this extra liquid in a cup. That way I can save it for later, but that way I can also get all of my fruit in there. All right. Perfect. Yum. All right, let's dump the rest of our fruit in your pan. Oh, yeah, summer berry crisp. Whoa, whoa. And all these are gonna bubble and boil on up. So get it nice and even in your baking pan. And then now, my loves, let me check in on this. Oh, she's doing so good. Let me get in a little bit more of this flour. I just want to get a little bit more dusty too, especially when I sprinkle it on over. Perfect. All right. Mix this around, get it nice and sandy because all this is going to bake in all kinds of crusty deliciousness. All right, my loves. So next, you're just going to pour this on over the top of your fruit. Just spread it out as evenly as you can. You don't want it like one big base over it. You want to kind of spread it out that way. The fruit can like pop on the outsides of this as well. So almost think about like leaving little dollops of your crisp on top. There we go. All right, then I'm going to add a little bit more. Summer berry crisp. Whoa. Summer berry crisp. Whoa. Summer berry crisp. I love it. It's going to be so perfect. An easy, simple dessert that y'all can make that requires like no effort and tastes fabulous. Fresh fruit always tastes so fabulous. All right, spread this on over. There we go. Oh, that butter, that vegan butter smells so incredible. There we go. And also, y'all, if you're not gluten intolerant, if you want to use normal flour, that's okay. If you want to use normal flour, that's okay. If you want to use normal flour, go for it. Your girl cannot handle that situation, so she's going to be doing the gluten-free alternative. All right, my loves. Okay, so here we go. Our crisps are ready to go inside the oven. The oven. Ready to go inside the oven. The oven. Check them out. Our crisps are ready to head on inside the oven. Pop this over here. It's going to turn out to be so like a nice granola, just goodness on top. So I'm going to pop this in on the top shelf, and we're going to let these cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. But while they're cooking on down, my loves, I'm going to show y'all how to make this coconut cream. So let me move some things out the way. That way we can get organized. Ooh, I still got my orange over here. Perfect. All right, vegan butter, get nice and cleaned up. You're not gonna need many other ingredients. All you're gonna need is your full-fat coconut milk. So, excuse me, I had a nice little burp come on through. Get your full-fat coconut milk, get your tapioca flour, and we're gonna use those to create some incredible coconut cream. And clean things on up real quick for y'all. Whoa, clean things on up real quick for y'all, Clean things up real quick for y'all. So make sure to hold on to your vanilla extract and as well as your maple syrup. We're gonna add in just a touch of that maple syrup as well. Ooh, I got some blueberries. Y'all, I just tasted a blueberry with that nutmeg, that cinnamon, and that orange zest on it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's gonna taste so fabulous. So get out these ingredients and I'll go get our full fat coconut milk. Full fat coconut milk. Get your full fat coconut milk in a can is the best way to do this recipe. So, and also I've chilled a bowl. So what we're gonna do is keeping the bowl cold and the coconut milk cold. You're gonna be able to whisk this up really quickly, put it back in the freezer, and then we're gonna let it sit until we're ready to serve it up. Serve it up. All right, so get yourself your can opener, get yourself your full fat coconut milk. When you shake it, you shouldn't be able to hear any liquid in there. That's how you know it's thick and delicious and ready to go. All right? Full fat coconut milk. Full fat coconut milk. Full fat coconut milk. Full fat coconut milk. Full fat, I use it a lot. Full fat coconut milk. I use coconut milk so much, y'all. I use it in like all my recipes, honestly. Ooh, nice and thick and fabulous. And let's just get this out with a spoon. And like I said, you're gonna wanna keep your bowl nice and cold. And just, ooh, yes, she is thick. She's not trying to go anywhere today, which is perfect for when we're gonna whisk this up. So just scoop this on out. It should be pretty firm. It should honestly look like like this, just like that. Boom, none of it coming out. This is perfect. This is how we're gonna make that coconut cream. Get it nice and a little bit runny with a little bit of maple syrup, a splash of vanilla extract, and then boom, coconut cream, my loves. Oh, there it is. There's a little bit of liquid at the bottom. That liquid's gonna help move things along as well. So there we go. So I don't have like a high power blender, or not blender, high power whisk. Like I don't have an electric one, so we're gonna do this with my own manual hands. So stay tuned with that, my loves. So there we go, coconut milk, done. Add in a splash of your vanilla extract. I would say no more than 1/4 of a teaspoon. There we go, come on out, girl, I see you. Oh, she's on her last situation. Oh, goodbye. I love this vanilla extract, goodbye. Oh, it's so good. You always want to make sure you don't add in too much vanilla extract. I've done that before and it's not cute. It just makes things taste like intense, like not good intense, a little too intense in fact. All right, so I added in my vanilla extract and then I also am gonna add in just a splash of my maple syrup. I would say no more than like 1.5 tablespoons. So I'm gonna keep, oh, this is nice and firm. Oh yeah, okay, I see you, girl. So I'm gonna break this up just a little bit, kind of get things moving. And soon we'll be able to whisk this baby up, freeze it. I may actually need a bigger bowl now that I'm looking at this, but we're gonna try this out and see if this works. Stay freaking tuned, my loves. Oh, there we go. Whisk it up, whisk that full fat coconut milk up. Get it out of your whisk. Yeah, get it out of your whisk. There we go. Come on, mix together. Oh, yeah, she's getting thick and fabulous, and I wish I could pick this up to show y'all, but I'm afraid that it would all just like fly everywhere, so we're not gonna do that today. But she is cool, crisp, and oh yes. Whisk it up, whisk that coconut cream up. Whisk it up, whisk it up, whisk that coconut cream up. So if you had like an electric whisker, this would go a lot faster. If y'all have seen like people make oh snap, but it already smells so freaking good. Wow. I hope y'all like coconut. Your girl loves coconut. There we go, a nice fatty coconut cream. I'm gonna freeze this and it's gonna get a little bit harder for us too. That way we can dollop some on top of our summer berry crisp, my loves. All right, I can officially pick it up now so y'all can see how thick it is. Oh, look at that thickness. It's got some of that maple syrup, some of that vanilla in there too. Oh, y'all, look at that drippage. Beautiful. Exactly what I wanted. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna pop this in the freezer for a little bit, or until at least we're ready to like go in and munch. All right, I'm already excited to check in on our crisp and see how she's doing. I'm gonna take a little sneak peek. Oh, she's already getting nice and crispy, hence the word crisp. So while we're chilling here, my loves, so I get a ton of questions pretty much like every day, if not every week, like, how do I try to be vegan? How do I start being vegan? How do I stay vegan? So I just wanted to chat with y'all for a little bit about kind of like how I'm vegan, why I'm vegan, how to stay vegan, some tips on being vegan. So a lot of y'all already know this. I went vegan back in 2011 to heal my bulimia, you know, my body dysmorphia, all those wacky, wild situations I was experiencing in my life. And what really helped me stay vegan was the first day I went vegan, I watched like a ton of documentaries. I was just watching like Vegucated, Forks Over Knives, like all the old school documentaries, y'all, back in the day. And I really just educated myself. And I also found both sides. So I found like, what are the anti-vegans saying? Or what are like the meat-heavy eaters saying, the carnivores, if you will, what are they saying too, based on everything? And what I realized is like, at the end of the day, like everyone's kind of saying the same thing, and that is, eat more plants, whoa, eat more plants, whoa, eat more plants. That's what every diet is saying, right? That's what keto, Atkins, vegan, paleo, it doesn't matter how you splice it. Basically, you're saying eat more plants. Am I right? So I did a lot of research, and at this point, y'all, I had tried keto, I had tried paleo, I had tried so many different things. I never tried vegetarian or pescatarian. That just wasn't like what I thought would work. So I did that, and I watched a bunch of documentaries, and I was like, all right, this sounds doable. And then I was like, all right, let me not think about this in the sense of like what I can't eat, but let me think about like what I can eat and what I want to eat. So I kind of, as I was going through my journey of eating vegan, I kind of realized there's a couple staples on how to make a good vegan meal and like what you're gonna want to eat any day. So you definitely want something that's hearty. You don't want to just eat lettuce, right? You don't want to just eat just leaves. A lot of people think that vegans just eat like salad and like tofu. Personally, y'all, I don't remember the last time I ate a salad, and I do not eat tofu like at all. I appreciate tofu, and I'm so grateful that it exists. I'm just not a big tofu kind of girl. When it comes to like meat substitutes, it's just not my style personally. But anyways, so what I realized was that at the end of the day, like I should just eat more plants. Whatever it is, I need to figure out how to eat what I want to eat, but eat more plants. So as I was going through my vegan journey, what I discovered is there's like a couple key foods that I think you should have in your vegan staple refrigerator, pantry, whatever. So the first thing is gonna be some like sweet potatoes, some avocados, some chickpeas, and then all the seasoning you want. And what's beautiful about seasoning and spices is if you're looking like, oh snap, I'm looking out for my calories. I don't want no calories, but I want flavor. Seasoning and spices. Seasoning and spices are your best friend now. Because at the end of the day, all of these seasonings, they ain't got no calories in them. No, this is just pepper. These are herbs. These things are medicinal for you, y'all. They not only taste good, but they doing good for your body too. But they're doing good for your body too. They're doing good for your body. Smoked paprika is like, would be the one that I grab because she's like my girl, always looking out for me. So get yourself some sweet potatoes, get yourself all the seasoning and spices you like, get yourself some avocado, some chickpea. I always tell people also just think about eating the rainbow, truly like, all right, if I really want to eat, let's say fried chicken, like I crave fried chicken and like I need that, or like I crave steak. Number one, mushrooms, 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 mushrooms. You're gonna wanna invest in some mushrooms and invest in looking in some recipes where you like can recreate the mushrooms to taste like chicken. So I always tell people, if you are gonna like go for the whole, I wanna try eating meat like, but I don't want to eat the meat, go for mushrooms, go for cauliflower, go for jackfruit, go for eggplant, and also falafel is really great. You can shape falafel into being so many different kinds of flavors, so many different kinds of shapes. You can make burger falafels, which we had the other day, which was so freaking good. We literally used just Trader Joe's falafel mix and just added in some fresh parsley in there, added a little bit of my special seasoned smoked paprika, y'all know how it is. And then we just fried those up like they were burgers, and it was so incredible. So that's a good thing to think about. Think about leaning more towards cauliflower, jackfruit, falafel, beans, mushrooms as well. These are all gonna be really helpful when you're trying to like replace meat. Now, if you are trying to replace meat, and let's say you're trying to, mess around with some Beyond Meat, which is awesome. I'm like a big fan. Some people, they have their own opinions, like, oh, that's not real plants, there's like processed. Well, to me, I'm like, maybe, but I mean, number one, it's better for me than animals, it's better for the environment, and it's better for my spirit and my soul. No death in my body, baby. 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 That may be a new TikTok dance coming out, y'all. No death in my body. TikTok dances I have yet to figure out, so y'all stay tuned. Also, my loves, so I was talking about the cauliflower, the jackfruit, and also whenever you are making these vegan meat-like substitutes, it always comes down to The seasoning. Literally, my friend Plant-Based G Marlin, he was showing us how to make his fried shroom clusters, which were so delicious. And he was talking to us about that brine before. So maybe some of y'all have made chicken before, maybe you have not. I did back in the day before I was vegan. And it did always come down to those seasonings and those spices. You want to really recreate that flavor, that texture, that home good situation, but you want to make it out of plants. And what's beautiful is now we got so many recipes out here, it's so easy to do that. So whenever you are, let's say, frying some mushrooms, or putting on a nice thick batter on some cauliflower, soaking them in some vegan egg, and then battering it and frying it, maybe even we've made some cauliflower fried bites before. Anytime you're doing that, you want to still balance it out with some fruits and some vegetables. You want to make sure that you're getting truly, like literally eating the rainbow. So if, let's say you're eating like buffalo cauliflower wings. Let's say you want to eat some buffalo cauliflower wings. Well, you probably don't want to eat like a whole meal of just buffalo cauliflower wings. Like, don't get me wrong, your body will still feel fine, but you probably want to balance it out with some cabbage, some tomatoes, some greenery, just some kind of color in there so you're not just eating bland. You can kind of tell how you feel when you're not eating colors, right? At least for me, I know. And also, it's totally okay to have French fries. I get that question all the time. Oh my God, vegans eat French fries? Your girl lives on French fries. Okay, I literally lived on French fries like the first 2 years of being vegan in Oklahoma, where unfortunately there was 0 vegan options. There was one restaurant and she was cute and she did me right with a good situation. They had vegan cheese there. It was so good. But my loves, yes, French fries are vegan. You always want to make sure if you're going out to eat, whenever you're eating those French fries, you want to, make sure what it's being cooked in. If it's peanut oil, if you're allergic to peanuts, be aware. If it's canola oil, if that's not your situation, don't mess with those situations. But also it's being fried in the same situation that the chicken is being fried in, you may not want to eat that either. So it's whatever your preference is. For me, I just go on whatever makes me feel right, morally, physically, mentally, all those things. So I like to fry my own French fries. I'll buy like a frozen French fry, get some grapeseed oil, nice and hot, dump those babies in, pour on over a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, and boom, so delicious. But like I was saying, your girl doesn't just eat French fries. I couldn't just be like, go. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could literally eat just French fries with that great sauce. But my loves, Ace and I always try to balance out eating, carbs in general, like all carbs, rice, anything fried, potatoes, which y'all know we're obsessed with potatoes. Anything like that, we always try to balance it out with like a big spinach salad, big kale salad, or just some serious colors. And that's just kind of how I base my diet personally. There's tons of different reasons people go vegan. You can go vegan for ethical reasons. You can go vegan for the environment. You can go vegan for racism, to end racism. You can go vegan for literally thousands of reasons. I like to think I eat this way, I live this way for every reason because it just helps me feel incredible. Some other questions I tend to get as well are, about cheeses, about milks, about those things. And I always tell people the main thing that I always look for whenever I'm trying to replace a milk or a dairy product, number one, y'all don't need to be drinking milk. Milk is whack, y'all. Milk is crazy, okay? So do your own research, look into milk, see the truth, my loves. But I suggest if you're having any health issues at all, if you're having any skin issues, diet issues, if you're not losing weight, if you're feeling sick, if you're having migraines, eczema, anything, I guarantee it has to do with dairy. And I'm so sorry if that breaks your heart, and I'm so sorry if you're like, but I love milk, I love cow titty juice. If that's your situation, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry because there's literally thousands of vegan milks that you can drink. I mean, you can drink oat milk, which is the pop-in situation these days. You can drink cashew milk, which was my personal favorite. Now my personal favorite is that coconut milk. Full fat coconut milk. Y'all know I'm obsessed. Drink that coconut milk, oat milk, cashew milk, almond milk, and then of course soy milk, hemp milk. I mean, there's literally thousands of different milk. I think I saw a cauliflower milk. I'm not even playing games with it. But what's beautiful about these is all these companies, and even yourself, you can make your own oat milk. You can make your own almond milk. Literally, all you have to do is get yourself a high-speed blender, get yourself a cheesecloth, which is basically something that you're gonna get rid of all those like extra bits of the nut. You're gonna put all of that into you're gonna put your nuts and your coconut water or just your plain filtered water. And then sometimes people put in like vanilla or a little bit of dates for a little bit of sweetness, or maple syrup, just depends on whatever you like. So put your nuts, your seasoning, your liquid in there, blend that all down, run it through a cheesecloth, and boom! Vegan milk, baby! Vegan milk, so easy. And you can make it chocolate flavored. You can put some strawberries in there, some blueberries, some banana. It don't matter what you do. The possibilities are just endless. So I get that, a lot of questions. And I also get people asking me a ton about like, what are your favorite cheese brands? I love cheese, or I'm vegetarian, but the one thing I can't let go is cheese. Let's see how we do it. Oh yeah, she's crisping up. I wish I could show y'all, but y'all gonna see in like a little bit. So yeah, favorite cheese brands, my love. So I've been following, their name is literally Follow Your Heart. I've been following them, using their products for a very long time. So I always tell people that's my favorite brand just because it's gluten-free, it's soy-free, it's nut-free, and vegan. A lot of their products are gluten-free, soy-free, nut-free, vegan. Personally, like y'all know, I don't really mess with the soy, I don't mess with the gluten, so I love their products. They're soy-free vegan A's. Occasionally I'll use their like vegan egg, you know, for battering and frying my situations up. But their cheeses, their cheese slices are what's up. They melt perfectly to me. You can melt them down, you can fry them, you can bake them, it doesn't matter. You can shred them, mix them, whatever you want. It's like real cheese. And personally, I love the flavor. I love the little bit of sweetness there is in them. And then they just have a variety of flavors. Pepper jack, Gouda, mozzarella, cheddar, sharp cheddar, blue cheese. I mean, literally, y'all, like I was just talking about the other plant-based milks that would be truly unlimited. It's the same thing with vegan cheese. But if you're trying to be more cost effective, which is another question I get a lot of people asking me, is veganism more expensive than eating, you know, a standard American diet? And I'm like, I mean, when I first went vegan, no, it wasn't at all. I'll be honest with y'all, now that I like to partake in the more decadent vegan items, if you will, so I'm talking about like the vegan cheeses, like the Follow Your Heart or the Beyond Meat, any of those like fancier items, or even if I want to like try out, sometimes cashews can gotta be pricey too as well. So we're just kind of balancing out what really makes sense for you to eat and what really works within your budget. Like I was saying earlier, vegetables though, those key vegetables, those grains, those seeds, those nuts, those aren't gonna be pricey at all. If we're talking about avocado, we're talking about sweet potato, we're talking about brown rice, we're talking about quinoa, we're talking about chickpeas, spinach, get yourself an onion, and then seasoning. You can fit all of that in a budget of under $40. Trust and believe me, when I first went vegan, I was living in New York City, and I would live off of a budget of $50 a week. And that was like eating out, that was eating what I made here. And it's easier when you're not incorporating like all the fanciness. But that don't mean you can't treat yourself every now and then. Just like, you know, if you're not eating vegan currently, if you were gonna buy normal cheese, you look at the price, you recognize, all right, is this in my budget? It's the same thing with vegan cheese. So try out whatever brands you like. Follow Your Heart is bomb. Miyoko's is bomb. Vio Life, sometimes I'm about it, sometimes I'm not. It just depends on the situation. A lot of people have their own opinions about diet cheese. Personally, my hack for diet cheese, because sometimes diet is the only thing available, let's be real. Sometimes my hack with diet cheese, the only real diet I get is that big cheddar block, and I get out my grater, my cheese grater, and for some reason, it tastes so good after you just grate it, put it in some mac and cheese. That's typically what I use in my triple mac and cheese. So try that out, y'all. Try out whatever cheeses you enjoy. I used to be such a big yogurt kind of girl. Like I would literally eat Greek yogurt, like cow milk Greek yogurt every single day. No wonder my body and my spirit was suffering, y'all. But what I realized when I went vegan was, for some reason, I didn't crave that yogurt anymore. But trust and believe, there's so many different brands that have vegan yogurt if that's like your thing. Or if you want to make like a dessert, a parfait, or I've even made ice cream out of vegan yogurt before. So let's see, what are the other questions I get a lot? About how many calories you're supposed to eat a day. I mean, here's my thing. Everybody's body is different in the sense even of what you should eat. Some people should eat gluten. Some people shouldn't eat gluten. Some people thrive on seitan. Not Satan, but seitan. It's like a substance that you can make vegan meat out of. Y'all should look it up. It's cool, but I've only messed with it like once or twice. It's not really my situation. Like I was saying, y'all, I'm really big on that whole food, plant-based meat substitutes instead. Seasoning those babies up to make it taste like what I need it to. So, what was I saying, y'all? I completely forgot. Oh, the calories, my loves, the calories. Yes, I used to count calories back when I was in college, before I went vegan. I had like that MyFitnessPal. Raise your hand if you had MyFitnessPal. I'll wait, because I'm sure we all know somebody who had MyFitnessPal, and maybe y'all still have MyFitnessPal, and maybe that works for you. But like I was saying, everybody's body is different. So whatever works for your spirit and your soul. Like I was saying, I don't eat gluten, I don't eat soy. That's what feels right for me. But I know a ton of people, like my husband, he eats bread every single day, and he's like, I love this. This is great. This feels right for me. And I'm like, all right, eat your bread, do your thing, eat your bagel. Y'all probably seen his bagel sliders, those breakfast bagel sauce sliders. We're making breakfast bagel sausage sliders. Hopefully y'all have seen that delicious meal we created. So there's kind of balances. You can eat like the decadent vegan, the vegan bacon, the eggs, the bread, the this, the that, the cheese. You can do that, or you can do more whole food, plant-based. I like to kind of straddle the middle. I joke that I eat like 80% whole food, plant-based, and then like potato chips and french fries and vegan ice cream, okay? Because listen, it's all about that balance, right? So if I'm thinking about calories, if I'm thinking about like how much food am I eating today, I try to eat around 2,000 calories a day based on how much exercise I get going and glowing. I don't really work out heavy, y'all. Maybe you've seen I do like a morning routine, which is 20 push-ups a day. So I'll go in, boom, 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 20 of those push-ups. 20 of these back push-ups, these tricep dips. If you will, maybe I can do some in the kitchen. Yeah, this isn't nearly the same experience. But I'll do 20 of those, get some 20 squats, get those squats in, you know what I'm saying? Get that booty tight. Do 20 squats, and then I'll do 1 minute of plank as well. And then some stretching. And what I've found is that just keeps my body right, it keeps my body tight, along with intermittent fasting, which hopefully y'all have heard of before. I always tell people if they're struggling with their health, with their mentality, with their clarity, with getting things done, try out intermittent fasting. All you have to do is just not eat breakfast and not snack late at night. It's the easiest thing in the world once your body gets accustomed to it. So do your research, look into intermittent fasting. I've been doing it for about 1.5 years. Oh my gosh, I've been doing it for almost like 2 years now, and I feel incredible. It's helped me. Like I said, I don't really work out. It's not my thing, but intermittent fasting plus my little morning routine is kind of my situation. So if I'm looking at that and I'm like, all right, I don't really work out heavy today. I don't really do too much. So 200 calories kind of looks like my meal. So a day in the life of Gabrielle eating would be celery juice, celery juice. I'm drinking me some celery juice. I would start off the day with some fresh pressed celery and apple juice, and then probably some tea also. I just like a lot of liquid in the morning because if y'all can't tell, I be singing a lot all the time. Ooh, got a nice little burp again, my loves. So I'll drink that celery juice in the morning, and to be honest, y'all, I don't really think about the calories in the celery juice. I just drink it because I know it's feeding my spirit, my soul, and helping me glow, okay? So I'll drink that celery juice, and then around this time, I'll probably make like a big meal of sorts. Today, I think we're gonna be making some mushrooms, some beans, some onions, saute that down with some spinach, and then some quinoa and rice. So I would say I probably eat around like 7 to 800 calories in like my first big meal of the day. And sometimes, y'all, I'll be real, that keeps me full. It just depends on if I have like a lot of carbs involved in there, if there's a lot of corn chips, y'all know I love corn chips, if there's a lot of potatoes in there, really hearty elements, chickpeas, those things are gonna fill up my stomach as I'm eating it. So sometimes I'm really full after my first meal. But then again, on a 200 calorie kind of day, I'm gonna eat that big meal and then maybe I'll go for a walk. Let's see, that's what I've walked before, once or twice. So I'll go for a walk and then I'll probably be hungry afterwards. And then it kind of depends on whatever the energy is, the vibe. Sometimes I'll get myself some snacks. Sometimes I'll eat like some vegan cheese with some gluten-free crackers and some sun-dried tomatoes, or some like vegan cream cheese with some pretzels, or some cucumbers with some sun-dried tomatoes with some hummus. Like, just kind of like, I like snacky things sometimes. I've always been a huge snacker, but I also am aware that I shouldn't be like going in on like the cashew heavy elements or anything that would have like high fat in it. I had to learn this because I was vegan and then I went raw vegan and then I went back to like eating pretty much 80% vegan. Ooh, y'all, I could smell this. I'm gonna get a little whiff. Oh, y'all. Oh, snap. It looks so good. Ding, 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 ding. It looks so good. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. She needs to be cooked up a little bit more. I want her crispy. So we break into that. It's like, good. But she smells good and she looking fierce. Y'all gonna see it in like, let's see, how long are we gonna have? I would say about 10 more minutes, y'all. So my Instagram loves, I may have to let y'all back in because you know Instagram cuts you out an hour in, but everybody else, y'all stay tuned because I'm gonna show y'all this delicious summer berry crisp. Whoa, summer berry crisp. Whoa, summer berry crisp. Hey, all right. What was I talking about, my loves? I was talking about a 200 calorie day, wasn't I? Yes, I was. All right. Oh, so I was talking about the first, I would drink my celery juice and then have my big 800 calorie meal, go for a little walk, and then I'd snack in on something. Or if I'm feeling a little bit more hungry, typically around that time, later in the day, I like to have more greens or more snacks. It just depends, y'all, on the vibe, on the energy, what I've done. Typically, if I just filmed, like y'all maybe have seen this past week, I've filmed so much. I got to do a commercial, got to do these auditions, got to film like 3 videos. Stay tuned for those. So I have been using a ton of energy, and I've been trying to like keep my glow going. So whenever I know I'm like, all right, I want to be filming a lot, whenever I know I'm going to have a ton of energy, I try to just focus all of my diet towards more plant-based whole foods with some French fries, if y'all can take, and a scoop of ice cream. So, like I said, I'll probably have a big salad, put some chickpeas in there. I love any kind of salad with beans in it. Sometimes I'll throw in some sun-dried tomatoes, some seeds, some nuts, whatever kind of like hearty element I can put in there. And then of course some avocado for that creaminess. Make myself a little vegan ranch, make myself a little no honey mustard dressing, which hopefully y'all have gotten to see that recipe on my Instagram and on my TikTok as well. Such an easy, breezy, beautiful recipe. So sometimes I'll eat that like a big salad, just deck it on out for later on in the day. And then I love to end off with a sweet tooth. I'll be real, y'all. I love vegan ice cream. I love desserts. I love chocolate. I love cake. I love it. Oh, it's so delicious. I've always had such a huge sweet tooth. So typically I'll have like 3 or 4 or like a whole carton of ice cream. And then I'm like, all right, let's start this over again the next day. And I'll stop eating around like 6 or 7 p.m. and I just listen to my body after that. I'm like, all right, she's digesting. I don't need to pile on food after that. I don't need to pile on any drinks on after that, unless it's like tea or, fresh pressed juice or something like that, y'all. So that's about like 200 calories in my day, give or take. Really, the beautiful thing about eating vegan is that like I don't really think of my body or like hate my body anymore, so I don't really like feel the need to count calories or weigh myself every day or like any of those ritualistic things I used to do every day, y'all. I used to be like, all right, let me weigh myself, let me go to the gym, let me do all these things that I thought were making sense. But the reality is I needed to eat more plant-based, whole food-based, and then I needed to start intermittent fasting. So, yep, that's a little bit more information about veganism, about, you know, just a little help for y'all. I would also, Google is an incredible tool, okay? So everybody who's always asking me like, what about this? Where do I get this? What's this? Who's this? Where's this? When's this? How's this? I'm like, I wish I could tell you everything through like 54 character text that I'm allowed to on social media, but I can't tell you all the information. So I would definitely, if you need more information on specific things, let's say you're struggling with diabetes, or you're struggling with high blood pressure, or you're struggling with like cystic acne, anything, it doesn't matter. Whatever is keeping you down, keeping your spirit and your soul down, Google it. I would literally Google it, do your research, figure out what's happening. Obviously, go to a doctor and figure out what they gotta say too. But let's say like nothing's working, right? I've tried this medication, I've tried this, I've tried that. Number one, try plant-based. Plant-based being the main thing here, y'all. Not too many French fries, not too much vegan ice cream in that plant-based diet situation. Try plant-based, and also, you know, try intermittent fasting. And Google what you need to know. A lot of people be getting into sea moss, a lot of people be getting into aloe vera, a lot of people be getting into things, and figure out what works for you. You know, my body thrives this way, maybe your body thrives a different way. And that's what's incredible about being a human being, is that we're all equal, right? We're all born on this earth equal because we are beings, but also we have the ability to choose, in a sense, what we put in our bodies and what we can allow ourselves to help us thrive. Now, of course, the reality of the situation is not everyone is born into the same abilities. Not as everyone is born into the same rights, the same accessibility to plants, to literally fruits and vegetables, seeds and nuts. Some people are born around nothing. Some people are born around a McDonald's. Some people are born around a KFC. Some people are born around literally not even that. Like, there are places in the world people don't eat the first 3 days out of the womb. Like, that's the situation that we're in. But if you do have the power to control what you eat, if you do have the power to control what you put inside of you, I think you should probably put life in your body. Plants, seeds, nuts, all that good stuff that nourishes your body, that feeds your spirit, feeds your soul, and helps you glow. Let's check in on our summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, y'all, I can smell this. I'm gonna take a little tap on top. She's almost ready. She is just about ready, my loves, but she needs a little bit longer because I want it really, really freaking crispy on top, my sweets. Oh, something else I was gonna tell y'all about this recipe. I already told y'all you can make it in the little paper tins if you want to, the muffin tin. If you want to, so you can have little summer berry crisp bites, summer berry crisp, summer berry crisp bites in a muffin tin. So try that out in a muffin tin. Also make sure to butter it all around so that pops out pretty easily. But also, y'all, I was going to try it today, but you can use any fruit you want, my love. I bought some cherries, these strawberry cherries, which I don't know if y'all ever heard of that before. Bought these strawberry cherries, and I was like, oh my goodness, I should put this in that summer berry crisp. But then I didn't want to go through deep hitting all of them, and I was like, never mind. But what's fabulous about this recipe, you can literally interchange it in any way. You can add as much fruit as you want. You can add in more fruit, less crisp, more fruit, and add in whatever fruit. I've seen this as peach. I've done it as the berry version, and then also you can do cherry, you could do tangerine. Oh, you could just do so many different things. Maybe even pineapple. Might be a little different, might be a little strange. I don't know, try it out. And of course, apple. Apple with maybe some like pumpkin spice seasoning on there would be really, really freaking fabulous too. So, oh, also my love, I'm really excited because I have other recipes obviously coming up. Y'all know probably that I live in Texas, and Texas was opened up for like a few weeks maybe. They were like, all right, everyone have fun. And I was like, I'm gonna stay inside. Like truly, I saw people going out to the clubs. I saw people going out here, going out there. And when I saw that, I was just kind of like, let me just wait a little bit and see if if things spike up. You know, if they do, which I'm hopeful for, obviously, if people stop getting sick, I'm hopeful that I can venture out and go and do what I need to do to speak my truth. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. So I'm gonna be doing my live cooking class for a little bit longer. And when I say a little bit longer, I mean actually a lot bit longer. All right, let me start this Instagram live out again. Hello, my Instagrams again. I know y'all popped out, but they're back in it now. Summer berry crisp, summer berry crisp. Yes, we're making that summer berry crisp. If you're just tuning in on Instagram, and if you're just tuning in on Facebook, and if you're just tuning in on my TikTok as well. So that means it's obviously been over an hour, y'all. But that's okay, y'all chilling with me today. We good, we learning things about the world, about life, about veganism, about everything. So a lot of people also ask me, what's the difference between plant-based and what's the difference between vegan, what's between vegetarian, what's pescatarian? People want to know what's going on in the world. So I identify myself as vegan. That means I eat a vegan diet, no animal products. I try to wear as little animal products as possible. Obviously, nobody's perfect. I have items from when I was like, golly, how long ago? I don't even know, maybe 15 years ago. Some boots that I have that are made out of leather. And I'm excited because I actually found a vegan brand that sells the same kind of boots that I'm gonna have to purchase ASAP. So, like I said, I'll be completely open and honest with y'all. I eat 100% vegan, but some of my clothing items from the past are not vegan products. But that all means that I am welcome and open to accept what other vegan products come my way. Like this beautiful purse I just got that's reversible. It's vegan leather, it's fierce. So the kind of the difference would be, technically people would say that I'm plant-based. That's my diet is plant-based focused, which is true too. I call myself plant-based as well. But I like to believe that what I believe in is a vegan lifestyle, is a vegan diet, is a plant-based diet. Like I said, I use them both the same way. At the end of the day, vegan is really like the lifestyle. It's the culture of it. It's vegan for everything. It's vegan for the animals. It's being an activist. It's being a truth speaker. It's being someone who brings life instead of takes life from the earth. So that's kind of like the definition of being vegan. Plant-based is more of like the diet side of it. So you say, oh, I eat plant-based. I am plant-based, which means maybe sometimes on the weekend you have a steak, which that's your business, not my business. Do whatever works for y'all, okay? So some people who say they eat plant-based or they are plant-based or more plant-based focused, I respect y'all, because at the end of the day, y'all are saying, you know what, I know plants are better for me, and I know eating this way is better, not only for me, it's better for other humans, it's better for the environment, and it's gonna help me live longer. So thank you, plant-based folks, or plant-curious, as I say. And then vegetarian means you don't eat any meat, but you do eat eggs and you do eat dairy. So that's some people's journey as well. I know a lot of people who start off as vegetarian and then they'll transition to vegan because they realize, it's so easy, baby, baby. It's so easy to be vegan. It's so easy to be vegan once you realize those spices and also the key elements in how to create a wonderful, fierce meal, my loves. So there you go. Let's check in on our summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, let's check in on it. It looks incredible. I want y'all to see this. Oh my goodness, y'all check it out. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Y'all get a good look of these summer berry crisps up in here. Y'all see it bubbling and boiling? All right, I'm gonna let these cool off for a little bit, but that doesn't mean I can't stop y'all from seeing how fabulous this looks. Oh, summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Y'all check it out. All right, I'm gonna let these cool on off for just a little bit, But then, my loves, we're gonna dig on in. So let's check in on our coconut cream. Coconut cream, coconut cream, coconut cream. Check it out. Oh yes, she is thick. Coconut cream, ready to go. All right, I'm gonna leave this in the freezer just like that. And I'm gonna go get my beloved husband and he gonna take some photos and then we gonna dig on in. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Hey, hey, summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Yeah. We be getting crazy, we be getting wild, we be dancing all the time. All right, my love, look at this. Look at I created, baby. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Isn't that great, y'all? Y'all see how it bubbled on up? All those juices came on out of there. I think I'm gonna have to dig in. Hopefully y'all can see how gorgeous this is. Let me show y'all the big girl one too. Oh yes, we're gonna have summer berry crisp for days. Y'all, look at this. Now this would be beautiful with a little bit of powdered sugar on top as well. Oh, y'all see those juices coming on out. Check it out. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, y'all. So which one do you think we should dig on in, baby? The big one, the little one?
The little one.
Let's do the little one. She's probably gonna cool on down even quicker too. Ooh. All right, y'all. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, let me get out. Let's see how I want to serve this. I'll give myself a little plate situation, and then let me get out that coconut cream we have as well. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, oh yes, some of this is, the longer it is in the freezer, the harder it's gonna get like ice cream. So if that's what you're going for, go for it. It's so delicious that way as well. Yeah, there's little pieces of here that are nice and firm. Perfect. All right. Oh, come on in, girl. Yes, check it out, y'all. Nice, thick cream. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so fabulous all over this. All right, let me get these little pieces and then we should be able to serve it up. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. It's so cold, this thing is so cold, it's like trying to stick to it. There we go. Oh, nice chunky, thick. There we go. All right. Let's dig on in, my loves. Hopefully y'all can see. I'm gonna scoot this on back so my loves can see all of this fabulousness we got in here. All right, oh, that nice crispiness on top. Perfect. Dig on in there. Woo. Oh, yes, come on now. Oh, she is messy, but she is beautiful, and these berries are cooked. These berries are cooked on breaking down, baby. Wow. I can taste. Oh! All right, y'all. Check it out. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Whoa. Coconut cream. All right, just a dollop of your coconut cream on top. And there we go, my loves. All right, y'all, the moment has arrived. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream. Flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. All right, let's dig on in. I've been singing enough about this. Get that nice crispy element on top. Get that nice coconut cream. Look at this. Wow. fresh, a little bit of crunch on top. Everything is seasoned to perfection, my loves. I'm gonna dig in. Y'all can just watch me dig in. It tastes like a really incredible oatmeal cookie on top. Wow. Y'all, this is fierce. This is so good. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Yes, those strawberries are doing me right. Well, my loves, y'all saw how simple and easy it was to make this summer berry crisp with coconut cream. So I hope y'all get in the kitchen. I hope y'all cooked along with me, baked along with me today, this beautiful summer berry crisp. I'm very proud of my little creation. And y'all saw how simple this was to make. I spent a lot of time singing, so y'all probably don't have to do all that singing in between and chit-chatting. You can just bake it and carry on your way, but check this out, my loves. I'm about to dig on in, make myself a big lunch, get myself going, and get myself glowing. I had so much fun baking with you all, and I will see you all next week here up in my kitchen Saturday at 1 p.m. CST, cooking up something delicious, something colorful, and something's gonna make you glow, baby. I'll see you all next week. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream, flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Summer berry crisp with coconut cream, flavor so sweet, feel like it was a dream. Goodbye, my love.